It'll be weird to see as well once it starts getting colder. I know we can already feel it at night, especially. Once it starts getting colder, how are students going to continue socializing? That definitely might require some more creativity because I think it's most of the time it's always going outside. So, I mean, what are your guys' ideas on that?
I think you're right that we're going to have to think outside of the box. I think
Yeah.
right now, socializing consists 90% of going outside and sitting in the courtyard and asking someone how their classes were today, and 5% of going outside to watch the sunset on the bridge or going to Boston to see something, and another 5% of you DM somebody in a Zoom call and be like, "Hey, nice to see you," and then they
exactly
they leave you on red. So I think Harvard students, I mean, have been demonstrating their creativity so far and creating little communities like this podcast. So I'm confident people are going to find ways to fulfill their need for social interaction. But you're right, we're going to need to be thinking outside the box to make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, like for the most part, I've been seeing like students like congregate at like Widener or on the river, and that seems to be like the two hot spots I would say. But I do also have hopes that if, like you mentioned earlier, like Harvard seems to be doing a pretty good job managing cases and keeping cases low. It's possible that they might begin to open up a few facilities with like very limited numbers and populations, like that might be indoors. So like maybe allowing like 5 people in like a really open room or something like that. And like students could probably like try to reserve time and say like, hey, I want to be here from like this hour or something. And so assuming that the university does continue going in a positive direction, I do have hopes that they may begin to do stuff like that. But yeah, like Tyler said, like the students here are super creative. Like I'm sure they'll come up with something. So
now, before we go, I do want to just quickly. Sorry, Tyler, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say gyms, libraries, and music rooms. Those would be a world of a difference if they could find any sort of way. I heard gyms were supposed to be opening up with strict regulations sometime soon. And I really hope they can find a way to let us study inside those libraries. Change a little bit of the monotony of sitting at a desk for 2 hours in a Zoom call and then doing a P-set for another 2 at the same desk right after. But yeah,
I mean,
I really hope they can open those up.
It's literally one of those things where it's like, what's your favorite building you haven't been able to enter yet?
Yeah.
But okay, sorry, go ahead, Melissa.
Oh no, I gotta say, like my insider information about gyms is that to look. So for anybody listening, look out for September 27th or September 28th because that's apparently when they might begin opening up gyms. But don't quote me on that. But that's the information that I have. So.
I think we have that's the video title. That there's like an inside scoop. There we go.
All right.